All right, let's do this. I think I'm ready. I assume I remember to do all this stuff. I was running a little late. Gotta grab some water. But now I'm here. Now we're streaming. What is today? Today is Thursday, March 19th, 2020. And hello, Sarcastic Dante and RKJ. Hello, hello. Welcome back. Yeah, I'm still locked up in quarantine. I'm almost better. Still have a bit of a cough. What else? Yeah, a little sniffly, but other than that, I'm doing fine. Hey, what's up, Flo135? Hello. Welcome to the stream. What am I doing? Okay, so I haven't really. Oh, I forgot to open Chrome. Promise I know what I'm doing. Let's see, I don't think I worked on anything programming. Oh no. Okay, good. Man, I thought GitHub gave away my phone number. That would have been. I would have been starting off the stream just like super great. Ah, 4 digits of my phone number. Damn it, man. RKJ says, "I've not managed to tune in for a while. Hope you're recovering." Yeah, I'm doing a lot better now. Oh, well, my screen's not even showing. Perfect. We didn't give away anything. Great. Okay. Anyway, what happened was GitHub popped up. It's like, make sure you know about your two-factor stuff, and like showed, the various methods of two-factor I have enabled on my GitHub account, including my cell phone number. But don't even get the last 4 digits of that, so it's all good. Man, I wish GitHub would not do that. But what are you gonna do, I guess? Oh, I guess I did one little thing yesterday, which we talked a little bit about on stream, I think, maybe. But yeah, so this is in PyFlakes, which linter thingy that I also, just part of the theme of linter things for Anthony. But yeah, this is another thing that I'm one of the maintainers of. And they temporarily removed ast.param in CPython 3.9. I think it's back now, although I don't know if that got merged. Let's see, did that get merged? But they removed it, and so PyFlakes' builds were failing for a while. And it's not merged yet. Presumably it'll get merged soon. Would it be possible? Why is it back? Because it broke stuff. So usually what CPython does is they go through a deprecation period for anything that they remove. And so like one version, it'll be a deprecation, or it'll be a, what do they usually do? Pending deprecation, then removed in 3 subsequent versions. Is it just me or is your mic cracking? I didn't do a sound test. Should I do a quick sound test? How would I do a sound test? I don't know how I would do a sound test. We'll just rely on chat. RKJ says it sounds fine. So hopefully, reloaded, now it works. Yeah, Twitch was doing that to me the other day. I was trying to watch someone's stream, and it was just like everything sounded like a robot. Clearly I'm not 100% better, but everything sounded like a robot, and then I refreshed, and then everything was better. So it could just be that Twitch is having problems, which wouldn't surprise, because it's software, and software is inherently broken. Yeah, usually CPython goes through a deprecation before they remove something, or these were just like yeeted out of the master branch, and where it's like it broke stuff, and so my patch actually wasn't necessary to PyFlakes after this gets merged. But in the meantime, it is removed, so I wanted to make the builds green, because PyFlakes tests against the nightly build. Anyway, this got removed. It doesn't really do anything. It doesn't do anything at all in Python 3. Yeah, it's his identical's fault. It is his fault. Sarcastic Dante. Everyone is bored in quarantine. Yeah, true. I mean, this is like, 9 minutes into a weekday stream, and I already have 16 people here. That's telling of the times, I guess. Because usually that's like the maximum number I ever see on a weekday stream. But guys are showing up. You're in your hunkered down state. And hopefully you're feeling better than I am. But let's see, yeah, so AST.pram doesn't do anything in Python 3. It was a holdover from Python 2. And so I just guarded all of the cases where Pyflix was using AST.pram with a Python 2 check. So that means, because of the way shortcut evaluation works, it will check Python 2 before it even tries to evaluate this other side. And so it's safe to access AST.pram there. Also, augload and augstore are gone as well. These actually did nothing in Python 2 either. They've just been floating around forever. I removed those references. But that was the one little patch that I did. I guess I did one other little thing, which is not done yet. I like this song. That's why I started like several songs right before this one, because I really like this song. Let's see. Oh, I I found a bug in the XML language for Atom, and this is why I say that I'm talking shit about whitespace specific languages and then I'm writing Python at the same time, so I'm definitely hypocritical here. But like YAML, CSA, and Python all have the same problem. Sometimes, well, I think two space indents and whitespace sensitive languages are problematic, and so that's why this is like kind of silly. But these are accidentally indented too far, and so and name became part of the captures field, which is broken, and babi was crashing on this because it's like, what are you doing? These are supposed to be integers. End is not an integer. What are you doing? So I just indented those, and I'm using a fork of this grammar for babi. But babi now supports XML, so it can load XML files, which is nifty or whatever. Yeah, fix that. There's also another weird... so this grammar has two weird things, which... I want to say it's wrong, but at the same time, like, it kind of makes sense. So I learned something about XML recently. And it's this rule right here. This rule is weird. Or sorry, this particular rule here. So apparently in a comment in XML, let's see, just t.xml. So in XML, you know, you have your root element, or whatever. You can have comments, and comments can have stuff inside of them, like whatever, but they cannot have two dashes for whatever reason. Apparently, this was a part of the original SGML spec, and so XML has inherited this weird behavior. And for whatever reason, this grammar also inherits this weird behavior and marks that as illegal. But they do it in a strange way. They do it as a begin-end rule, which means that you can see the rest of the document gets colored as comment. So what happens is it enters this rule, and there's no end. Usually the begin patterns have an end or a while associated with them, but this one does not. And babi was crashing on this as well, so I fixed that. So now it does this behavior, which is still weird, but also like at least it doesn't crash now. But yeah, can't have double dash in XML comments. And the funny bit, like, I assume the history of this is like they did it to simplify the parser for whatever reason, but it's just feels like nonsense. VS Code does that, yeah, that it makes sense because I'm using the same grammars as VS Code. One interesting thing to try in VS Code though, and I'm pretty sure VS Code will be broken for this, if you do... What? Why did you include Java? Why are you trying to run Java? I don't have Java set up. So it crashed, but that's kind of expected. Let me make a particular file, and and then you can see what I'm doing this in nano. I think that's what it's supposed to look like. Oh no, it's supposed to have this. Oh, a block, yeah. So, what does VS Code do for this thing? Because I'm pretty sure VS Code's broken there. But we'll see. Hey, what's up, Catherine? And Borisov says, hello, my guy. My guy, what are you working on? Let's see, what am I working on? I'm working, well, I haven't worked on anything yet. I've mostly been talking about my text editor so far, but the plan for today, the first thing that I want to do is I want to solve the time that it takes to start up my text editor, because right now it takes forever. Let's see, what is something that I can do to show that it's slow? Control V, Control X. So we're sending a literal Control X into standard input of babi. And you can see that it's taking, 300, well, that's not quite accurate. It's taking about 100 milliseconds just to start up. And it should be a little bit faster than that. Time, python-c import babi.main. This is, so there's like 50 milliseconds that I should be able to shave off here. And it doesn't seem like much, but you kind of notice it when you open some files. Oh, that one was particularly bad. There's enough of a pause that I want to fix it, but also I want to fix this as well. So when you jump to the end of the file, it takes a while to parse the whole thing. What are our images here? When you find out your daily lifestyle is actually called quarantine. Thanks. Forever alone. 135 says I feel personally attacked. Yep. Yeah, this is what I expect here for that, and that's because well, this is the try and get it to not crash. Oh, we forgot the bang. Yeah, and the reason this looks the same as VS Code is because we're using the same grammars and parsing in the same way. And what does VS Code do for this? Yeah, see, it just breaks on this. Which makes sense because the grammar that because babi has the fix for this, unlike the unlike this rule here. Interesting that it just kind of crashes out of the grammar there. That's what really surprised me. I mean, I guess babi crashed out as well and like brought down the whole process before I fixed it, but VS Code is choking on this particular rule here. But it's all good. I'm in theory fixing it. Someone will, in theory, merge my pull request eventually. Who knows? Probably not, but we try to make things better. Hey, what's up, Borisov? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. 2 PRs? Yes. Oh wait, no, it was only one. Only one of them is mine. This one's mine. This is someone else's. Add snippet for long tag with body. What? Snippet. Oh, this is snippets. Okay. I don't care about snippets. Oh, they only have 2. Yeah, well, it makes sense. This this thing is just, it does one thing. Just the XML language for Atom. And so oh, I wonder if the TextMate one has the same bug. See if the TextMate one has the same bug. Syntax is xml.plist. Let's download that. With open xml.plist. byte select object is required. Oh, right. Not loads, I want load. Invalid file. I forgot to click raw, didn't I? I did. Actually, we'll just dump it to JSON. That way it's easier to see. XML.json, right. I forgot to import JSON, so I'll do that real quick. Import JSON.dump, contents F. Okay, so the real was this one. Yeah, theirs looks fine. Unless we see it somewhere else. Your grammar looks way different than the VS or than the Atom one for whatever reason. That happened. Yeah, you're right. I ran ls in the Python shell. GG me, I guess. Yeah, that was dumb. I shouldn't have run ls. But you know, ls get status, ls get status. That's just my life. What is it to be a programmer? You just run ls and get status. But yeah, anyway, it looks like the TextMate one doesn't have the bug, so it's just the add-on grammar, and therefore the Visual Studio Code one. So we can actually show that that one has the bug. This is the one from VS Code. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, no, they have the bug. These are part of captures when they should not be. So VS Code inherits this bug. Husky says, Python JSON API decisions are so low, in my opinion. Yeah, and unfortunately, everyone has seemed to copy that API when they're writing Python-like things. The thing that really gets me every time, like I think loads and dumps is fine. The thing that I always have to look up or like try twice, although in this case I didn't try it twice, I got lucky. JSON.dump. I can never remember whether the file comes first or second. And I don't know what it is about this function, but something about that always just like messes with my head. I mean, dump and dump s makes sense. It's supposed to be like dump and dump string. But everyone just says dumps. I don't know. Use keyword args. Does this? But then I'd have to remember the name of the keyword argument. The keyword argument is FP. I'm not gonna remember that. Once watch somebody type mictor cd and ls. Oh, in a Python shell. Yeah. But because loads dumps is a word on itself, it's confusing. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. It would have been better if it was dump underscore s. Like, that would have been better. Most people don't know that dumps is dump string. Yeah, of course. Dump underscore str would be even better than dump underscore s. Yeah. I agree. Totally agree. But it's too late to fix that now. That ship is long since sailed. Oh, I guess I did one other thing. This was from a Stack Overflow question. Somebody was like, my pilot is broken, I can't install it. And I've seen this error, you know, way too many times. A better view of it? Kind of. Anyway, when they're reading from a stream and it's Python 3 and they get Unicode decode error ASCII, This is like... I've seen this error so many times. I know the answer is that they're missing locale, and they want to set locale to UTF-8, or the open call should be changed to have UTF-8 in it. So I send them a pull request, which... These are unrelated. I send them a pull request which forces the encoding to UTF-8. JSON.dump_stir equals JSON.dumps. Yeah. Monkey patch the standard library. What could go wrong? So I fixed that for them. But yeah, easy peasy. I also was like, you know, I'm here. I know they've dropped Python 2, so I'm gonna run PyUpgrade on their code and see what happens. And the patch looked fine, so I just committed it. Oh, this is interesting. Huh. I thought PyUpgrade fixed this. Let me look at the behavior there. So what I expected here, so PyUpgrade removed this line. I expected it to also remove this line. Oh, maybe it's because it has trailing white space? No, it doesn't. Oh. Coding. Where's the... Oops. There we go. Cookie Ari. Delete tokens I. Assert the next token is a new line, and then delete that as well. Oh, so I guess it doesn't remove blank lines. Okay. I misremembered. Zeldek. Oh man, my voice is a little weird today. Zeldek says, I'm so glad Python 2 is dead and that Fedora and Ubuntu are removing it. We can finally enjoy Python 3's progress in peace. Yeah, me too. I have dropped Python 2 in pretty much all of my stuff. Workspace, all repos grep, Py27, tox.ini. This probably reports more than it should. Okay, so Yelp stuff that I can't really change. This is a template repository. I can get rid of that. This one's kind of useless unless it supports Python 2, so it's going to continue to support it, although I don't think I'll change any of this code here. I think this one is feature complete, and we'll never see another patch. These I haven't figured out what to do with yet. I'm probably going to deprecate them and stop supporting them. And then these are other stuff. But yeah. I've removed Python 2 from like 60 of my projects, which is great. In before Python 4, yeah. Yeah, I don't think Python 4 is going to happen. The world is broken in Python 4. Because of things like this. This will be false in Python 4, which means we'll suddenly start running Python 2 code again. Thanks, 6. Amazing. Love to broken things. But yeah, I think the current plan for CPython is to do 3.10 and then 3.11 and then 3.12 and then continue along that way. And only like pretty far out in the future would they consider Python 4. And if they're going to do Python 4, the changes in it won't be like massive breaking changes like Python 2 to 3 was. Like I think the only thing that would encourage them to make Python 4 would be a change in like a huge change in the C API, which most consumers won't really care about. 3.999, right, Enzak? Zelnik says, I will legitimately stop using Python if they drop Python 4 on us. I trust right now that they meant what they said about this transition, but if they break that trust, I won't use the language. Yeah, that makes sense. That was a necessary, heavily debated change and all that. It was meant to be a one-time facelift to make the language able to live on. Yeah. Catherine says, holy shit, we're already talking about Python 4. Yeah. It's not gonna happen. Well, it's not gonna happen as the version after 3.9. At least if it does happen, just the version alone will break so much stuff. Oh, weird. Why is double under version colored, but double under author is not? Does VS Code do the same thing? Let's see. Presumably, because the same grammar. Yeah. Huh. let's see. Where's the scope inspector? Version. Port.variable.magic.python. Why is version 1 but author is not? Local share babi textmate Python. Magic variable names. Magic variables which a class/module may have. Oh, interesting. And they don't include... they include future. That seems wrong. I wonder why they don't include author, though. Oh well. Kind of weird. Anyway, that explains that. Sorry, tangent. Don't care about that. Kevin says, I think it will eventually happen. Hopefully it doesn't drag out for so long. Guido wants to do a postmortem with Python 3 rollup problems. Yeah, makes sense. Send a PR? I could, but I really don't care that much. I don't use double under author myself, so it doesn't really affect me. I would fix it if I actually used it, but I don't, so I don't care. Cool. So performance. That's what we wanna fix today. The future thing is for the future import. Yeah, that makes sense, but like the thing is, the comment that they had here doesn't match up to that. Like the oops. Oh. I suck at using less. The comment that they have here is magic variables which a class/module may have, and this is not an attribute or a variable that a module would have. So it doesn't, to me, it doesn't make sense that this is highlighted. This makes sense. This concerns me that it doesn't, but but you would never, or I guess you wouldn't never. You probably would not set your own variable named double under future. That would just be weird. That's just me. Okay, so the thing that I actually want to work on today, let's get a profile of what it looks like, and then we'll go from there. Andrew Lane says, "What is JQ?" I think it stands for JSON query. JQ, command line JSON processor. JQ is a tool for processing JSON inputs, applying the given filter to its JSON, blah 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 blah. Anyway, it's a tool that like takes a JSON file and will pretty print it. Like if I look at this file, and Babi actually takes forever to tokenize this, so this is another thing that I want to fix at some point. You'll notice that it's all just like JSON on one line, and that's not super helpful to look at. But if I run, oh god. Relax, let me quit. No. Yeah, so that was Babi being super laggy on very long lines. Which makes sense, and I have a plan to eventually fix it, but probably that's not happening today. But what JQ does to this file is, I mean, by default, if I do JQ dot, this is the query, so I'm just saying like show me the root. But if I did like scope name, you could see the scope name is source.python. Basically allows you to run like selectors against it, or file types, and then we'll pretty print it. But it's pretty good. JQ pipe to nano. So the thing is, so Vim doesn't do this either. You get this like weird crash. Error reading input, exiting, preserving files finished. And Nano doesn't do this either, or has the same problem either. Too many errors from standard in. Buffer written to nano.save. So Babi also doesn't do this. Babi could probably do better. Right now Babi just does this. Curses.error, no input. I guess it does crash. At least it doesn't just like sit there and be like, what are you doing? It could like take over the terminal and like figure out that you're doing this weird piping and do some fun stuff, but no other things do that. So if you echo something, yeah, let's try that. Still the same thing. This actually sent a single new line character as standard input. And that's fine. This is to be expected. But yeah, I'm probably not gonna fix this. I think it'll just be this way forever. It's like, you know, Vim doesn't do it, Dano doesn't do it. I don't know what Emacs does, but whatever. Hey, what's up, Penguin L? Long time no see. Hello, hello. Hope your day's going well. I feel like you haven't tuned in since like December. Same here. It won't fix, yeah. Emacs ignores it. Interesting. Thank you, Don Aim, for checking that for me. Pretty sure it works with Vim if you echo high. Vim dash. It does, yeah. Dash standard in dash. Okay. I guess that seems fine. What if you do dev standard in? Warning, input is not from a terminal. Whoa, that was weird. Whoa, that was not what I expected. Interesting. Interesting. What does Nano do? Oh, that's Babi. Gotta use bid Nano. Oh, maybe it does. Damn. Okay, maybe I should make it work. Okay. Maybe I'll make it work eventually. Cause that should probably work, but it doesn't currently. We'll make an issue for it. I'm literally never going to use this feature, but port standard in. Vim and Stano can do this, so Babi probably should as well. But I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to work on this. Not today. Bubo says Python syntax is really sexy. It's alright. It's fine. It gets the job done. Thank you, Bubo, for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Wow, crazy memory. Yeah, I remember stuff. It happens. You were talking about Crystal, if I remember correctly. If I recall correctly. Hey, Kenbiko. Hello, hello. I wanted to say hi, but now I'm afraid I'll get shamed for not tuning in more often. No, it's fine, Kenbiko. I remember you too. Welcome back. That's how it works in every scripting language I read it. Yeah. Isn't there just a standard in IO object? Yes, there is. I do remember you, Andrew Lane. You were on the last stream. Yeah, Python has sys.standard in. However, what's happening in this situation is actually tricky, and I'm not quite sure. So we can play with it and see what happens. Oh, I don't need teed up anymore because I fixed the bug. This edge highlighting was wrong before. Fixed it. Actually, you know what? Since we're looking at this right now, maybe we'll just fix this if it's easy. Versus.wrapper cmain. Pass the buffer in some way. That's gonna be tricky. If lines for line in, or I guess for I line in, enumerate lines. Alright, so we're just gonna make a crappy a crappy cat that's implemented curses. Argument parser. I don't know why I'm doing this. We should just use. Okay. If sys.argv is greater than or equal to 1. Actually, we'll just do. Just assert. If sys.argv1 is equal to this, contents equals sys.standardin.read. Sys.standardin equals open. Was it dev tty? Dev console, dev tty, current tty device, system console, virtual console, current virtual console. What? And maybe I have to actually read this. Kind of new here. I think I found you from a raid. I don't remember the first time you were here, so I just remember that you've been here for like the last bunch of streams. So that's why I remember. Oh, you probably came from Primogen? Or maybe I raided Primogen. I don't remember. Anyone else says, when I wrote an interpret for some weird language, I just used an IO object and case-went the input for standard in. Yeah, I've done that before in some of my tools. Like I think PipeGrade has this hack. If file name equals the empty equals dash, read from standard in buffer. Otherwise, read from a file. T2i is the console where the process starts, and T2i is 0. I wonder if this will work. See. This has no. Right, so this should be standard scr. So if we open. This is what I want. So we don't typo that. Cool. So we display the contents. But if we do echo high and then pipe that as standard in. Huh. So we need to tell curses what standard in is somehow. Figure that out. Does it support Windows? Yes, kind of. I sort of have it working on Windows. It's not completely working though. Virtualenv, VMV. New virtualenv or old virtualenv? I think it's old? No, it's new. VM scripts pip install babi. That's gonna crash for reasons because this thing doesn't support Windows yet. This can support Windows, I just haven't implemented it yet. Really gonna take a while to crash. Come on, you can crash. Believe in you. I'll just cancel it. Up. So we can do babi equals 0.0.0.post1. That version supports Windows. VM scripts babi. No module name curses, right? So we need to pip install Windows curses. Windows curses. And then babi kind of works. So you know, it will eventually work on Windows, but it's not a priority, and definitely like not all of the keyboard shortcuts work. Like that's supposed to be undo, but Windows Curses has a different name for all the keys. I'll have to fix that, but it will eventually work on Windows, but doesn't quite yet. Hey, Marco8137, hello. Good old Crystal. Ah, yeah, that's a good one, Penguin Hell. How's my Python baby? Okay, that sounds weird again. That does sound a little bit weird. Why do you need to call Project Baby? It's not baby, it's Babby. He spells Babby, it's Babby. No, so it's not named. It's named that way for a different reason. It's named because it's a typo. There's a typo for Nano. It just happens to be Babby, and I really like the names. So that's why it's stuck. It's his baby project. Technically, Precommit is my baby project. This my baby. But Babby is my side baby. Flow135 says, I follow you since November, but rarely have a chance to participate as I'm European. I'll try to catch up with your YouTube videos though. Nice. Oh, you do try to catch up with your YouTube. Awesome. Sounds great. Well, glad to have you in person. In person. Glad to see you live today. That's what I mean to say. Can you not just read in standard into a temporary and then open it from there with the normal setup? Oh. Yeah, that might work. Hey, what's up, Shumalinio? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. That might work. Let's see, how would that work? But then nothing would clean up the temporary files. No, that would. I guess the process. I guess let's strace Nano and see what it goes. Yes, we're still listening to the music. Oh boy. So, hey, what's up, Enter Vashroli? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. That's where it opens standard. Here's where it opens the TTY. Okay. Open at loop 2. Okay, so I see. So it opens dev TTY and then dupes it to standard in, and then closes the TTY. So I think I need to call dupe 2 also, maybe. Arset says, hello everyone, I just want to say that I did Windows 10 update to the latest 1909 version. I regret it so much. The update process deleted all my user files. What? Oh my goodness. Hey, Gabe Scott, thank you for the resubscription. Greatly appreciated. For 2 months. Or this is your second month, I see. that messaging is always super confusing to me. But thank you for the subscription. Really appreciate it. And Zod18, thank you for the follow. So yeah, I'm gonna try the same Duke 2 approach and see what that does. I'm such a noob for not making a backup beforehand. Yeah, backup before large upgrades. That's what I always do. Backup all the time, actually. Although that makes me a hypocrite because I'm really bad at backups. Hey, what's up, Rage Cage 64? Thank you for the follow. Rage Cage, that's a fun game. I'd say that I remember the rules, but I'm pretty sure that I drank too much playing Rage Cage to actually remember the rules. That happened. Hey, what's up, Mindful Fox? Hello, hello. Then it can be more like a mother of Nano. Babby, Baba, Grandma. I see. Nana is Nano. That's good. Okay, so we're gonna try dupe 2 instead. Let's see. FD open. Fucking great. Thanks. What good are you, PyDoc, if you're just gonna tell me things that I already knew? FD open. You return an integer? Return an open file object connected to the file descriptor. What is os.open? Open. Return the file descriptor. That's what I want. os.open. tty equals os.open dev tty os.dupe2 tty and then this dot standard in dot file no, I think. Let's try that. Okay, so python 3 t.py works. If we do echo hi, required flags not found. Okay. Is it O underscore read only? An integer is required. Got built-in type function. Oh, file note is a method. Oh shit, it works! Okay, so we can make this work. Not so bad. Let's see. Steve Scott asks, do you use Ubuntu LTS or the newest version? I'm using LTS. So 1804 is what I'm currently on, and in a few months... Actually, it's next month. Damn, time flies. Next month I'll be running 2004. Yeah, next month I'll be running 2004, so soon. But yeah, I run LTS because it's more stable, and that's basically the only reason why. I'm less brave about releases than I probably could be or should be. Oh man, I'm so far behind on chat. Okay, we're gonna catch up on chat right now. Does that mean you are a deadbeat dad to the projects you abandoned? I haven't abandoned too many projects, but I at least am upfront when I abandon them. Archive. So here's my graveyard of projects. Not too many, but yeah, some of them are graveyarded. For show, you're the only one I've ever subscribed to. Damn it, you've got a founder badge too. That means you subscribed a really long time ago. I don't remember your name. Following since June of 2019. Wow. Amazing. Zeldex says, give yourself to the dark side, switch to Linux. Rage Cage says, what editor is this? I don't recognize it. It is an editor called Babi, and the reason you don't recognize it is because I wrote it. It's a knockoff of Nano. It has the syntax highlighting of Visual Studio Code that I kind of implemented myself. But yeah, it's its own thing. It has some features of Vim, like you can quit, and you can also sort and stuff. You know, undo, redo. It's fully featured editor, but yeah, I wrote it from scratch. It's I would say that I'm proud that I wrote it from scratch, but at the same time, it's also just like kind of insanity that I wrote my own text editor. But I don't know. I've come this far. I'm going to continue working on it. But yeah, that's what it is. Sorry about your data loss. Perhaps the data recovery software could at least get some. Yeah, NTFS might be able to, because or at least there's some like Windows disk recovery. I've used some of these softwares before. because I've done similar dumb things like that. I'm not saying it's a dumb thing, but you might be able to look at some of these. Because the inodes might still be on disk, and it might be able to just like find the deleted things due to the way that our disks are set up, but maybe not. But it's something to try at least. XD says, do you think it'd be a good idea for other languages to adopt Python's syntax? Probably not. I think it would be useful for other languages to pick up features from each other, and like Python even does that. Python borrows from other languages as well. I think like syntax features are a thing that could go, between languages, but I don't know that another language should have the same syntax as Python. So what's the point if it does at that point? You should be able to trust your computer not to nuke of its own volition your data, so don't beat yourself up. Yeah, I agree with that, Zeldek. Penguin says Nim basically already did. Yeah, that's true. Nim is pretty similar to Python. If you use Linux, you can update your system faster by doing don't run that command. It's a fun command though. Hey, what's up, the Endless River? Yeah, we're working on Babi today, in theory. 19.10 looks nicer. Yeah, the thing is, yeah, software stability. I'll get to nice new things eventually, in a couple months. But I'm okay upgrading like once every 2 years instead of continually upgrading. Please install NeoFetch so you never have to type that out again. What did I type out? What does NeoFetch do? NeoFetch. Command line system tool written in Bash. Oh, so I don't have to type out lsp release -a. Yeah. I see. I see what you mean. How do I install it? It's a giant shell script, isn't it? I have 5,000 commits. Holy shit. Oh god, why do I keep clicking on things? Oh, I see why it has 5,000 commits, because it's 10,000 lines of shell. Jesus. Holy... Oh, most of it's ASCII art. Okay. Well, that one was cool. Woo. Anyway. Let's see. I went for 1904 and upgraded 10 when it asked me to... What is the founder badge? Oh, it means that if you've been a subscriber for... I think it's like the first 10 subscribers to the channel have that badge. So like I know Mindful Fox has one. I know Shoddy has one. I don't know who else has founder badges though. Other than Gabe Scott. You could also just have alias Babi equals Nano. That's actually what I have right. I kind of have that set up right now. So Nano is I haven't aliased it. I was aliasing it before, but now I just have a copy of it installed inside of my ~bin directory, which is just a symlink to the virtualenv that's in my home directory. But Babi is currently an alias to which Babi or Nano. So this was my original typo alias was just alias Babi equals Nano, but we've come far enough where I'm actually using my editor now. Zeldex says you sound like a person in an abusive relationship, blaming themselves for being abused. Yeah. CoffeeScript. Where did you see CoffeeScript? Hopefully I'm not writing CoffeeScript, but CoffeeScript is indentation based. I guess it's similar to Python, if that's what you were talking about. Rage Cage is in the drinking game. That's what I was thinking. Kiko says, Python doesn't even have the same syntax that Python does. True. Yeah, depending on the version, you have very, very different syntax. The name was originally a Tenacious D reference, but when I learned it was a drinking game in the US, that was just the icing on the cake. Nice. Oh, I can apt install it. Neo fetch. Sure, we'll install this. We have no dependencies, right? Neo fetch. Oh. Uptime 5 hours. What? Really? Huh. I don't think I turned my computer on. I thought I turned it on right before the stream. I guess not. Resolution exactly 1080p. It took me so long to get this to be pixel perfect because it's actually just a virtual machine. Oh god. Bash gnome ambiance. Interesting that it sees all 5 of my processors. Oh wait. Oh no, I only gave it 5 processors. That's what it was. Yeah, cool. Anyway, nice. I didn't realize they put the ASCII art directly in the program. Yeah, makes sense. I don't know where else they would put it. Super cow powers. Yeah. Is that one? Yeah. Have you mooed today? I guess now I have. You got me. I propose we start a server just for helping this man switch to an operating system that doesn't abuse him. Import it from a different file. Wait, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh, the art? Oh, I see. Yeah, if they would have put it somewhere else, not in the main script. Yeah, but I think that the point of the script was just so you could copy the single script and be done with it. Okay, so the swap file here. What are we doing? Okay, so we know how to do this now. I wonder what happens if you do nano dash dash. Oh, that's babi. Oh, it reads from standard in twice. What? What does Vim do? Too many edit arguments. What does that mean? Too many edit arguments high. Okay. Oh, I wonder if you just do bin nano dash. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Nano kind of makes sense as well, yeah. It opens standard in multiple times. Hello, Control D, world, Control D, oh hi, Control D, and you get 3 files. Oh, interesting, it starts as modified. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I guess I know how I'm gonna do this for babi. What does this do on Windows, though? I don't think there's a dupe 2 on Windows. OS dot... Well, there is a dupe 2. There definitely is not a dev TTY, though. Dev TTY equivalent window. It's like somebody knew exactly what I was looking for. Con. The equivalent pseudo files in window are con in $. Get standard handles. Standard input handle. Should I try and implement the same thing on Windows? Import OS. Oh my goodness. get that file name though. Code dash opens an empty workspace. Interesting. So it says, makes sense that Vim blocks you too. The behavior wouldn't make sense in a modal editor. I think it could support it. I guess I could just copy and paste the code that I have here. Let's see if that works. That's not how you paste. That's nano. That's interesting. Python t.py. Cool. We do echo hi to dash. No such file dev t2i. That's fine. What was it? Con in $sign. Okay. All right. That seems fine. I guess we go with the Vim behavior and just like error if there's more than one dash argument. You make me moist, says Mac Master Race Kappa. Interesting choice of name and operating system. Mindful Fox says, are you gonna get Animal Crossing? So, embarrassing admission, I've never played Animal Crossing. So I don't know what it's about. So probably not. But I don't know, if somebody convinces me that it's worth getting, then maybe I will get it, and maybe I'll play it. We'll see. Useless Pony says, buongiorno! Welcome back, friendo. Hope your day is going well. Why does Windows have this sound when pressing tab? It annoys me so hard. Did I? Oh. the Windows ding. I didn't even notice it. Also, is it super loud? Oh, it's super loud. Sorry, I'm gonna stop doing that. My bad. I didn't realize that it was so loud. Mika says, Animal Crossing about creating different kinds of breads by crossing different kinds of... Oh, breeds. Yeah, Animal Crossing is about bread, of course. By crossing different kinds of animals, kind of like Pokemon Daycare, I see. You can disable it at the tab sound. Oh, interesting. You create bread from animal, of course. Hey, what's up, panel 2? It says Lofi game. Oh, yeah. I was trolling, by the way. I've also never played it. Oh, I see. You don't actually know either. Is this Windows or Ubuntu? It's both. We were trying some stuff on Windows and on Ubuntu. Let's see. Console file name equals con in $sign. Is that what it was? Con in $sign. Let's see what. Okay, yeah, it works on Windows too. I wonder if there's somewhere in Python that has this as a constant, because that would be dope. That would be real good. If system platform equals Win32, otherwise dev command emulated through Ubuntu. Yeah, that would be pretty wild. It's actually a virtual machine. It's just sneaky. Useless Pony says, I just thought of something idiotic to do. Run Windows Windows subsystem for Linux under Wine, or Wine under Windows subsystem for Linux. Yeah, I did a similar thing a while back where I had a virtual machine manager that enabled nesting, which VirtualBox does not. And so I was running, I'm gonna say it was Windows 8, and then inside of it I ran Windows 7, and then inside of Windows 7 I ran Windows Vista, and then inside of Windows Vista I ran XP, and then inside XP I ran DOS. And so we had just like this crazy shell of nesting, and it was super fucking slow. But it did work. Mostly for the lulz. Okay, so I'm gonna see if this is similar in the CPython code base. Oh, that sounds promising. Win console IO. That also sounds promising. Con in $. S tier, something in subprocess. Standard input device. Initially, this is set to the console input buffer. I don't see that attribute. Is it new in some version? Oh, only on Windows is it there. That's annoying. Huh. Weird. Does Conan work on Linux? No, there's no way. That's a little error. Yeah. No, this is very much a Windows thing. Okay, so it seems like there is a way to get a constant for that, but I might as well just hardcode the string. Like, the string is not... Oh, where did my t.py? Oh, here it is. Yeah, like, this is probably good enough. It's not the best, but it works. Yeah, but I do like some of the Windows sounds, so I don't think I'm going to change that. Do you have git bash on Windows? Yes. I do. I also have Cygwin. Oh. Git bash, we have Cygwin, we have command somewhere. We have PowerShell. And we have Windows Terminal. What else do I have? I have MinGW. No, that's not it. I thought I had another terminal as well. But anyway, I have a lot of choices on Windows. But I don't use Windows all that much, so I don't really care what I use. But anyway, let's try and get this working in Babi. Is the plan, I guess. Even though I said I wasn't gonna do it. but now we're doing it. /dev/ttt. You mean TTY? Yeah, that's what I'm doing on Linux. Try Commander. I don't have Commander, but I have used it before. Alright. In command, the home and end keys do not work in Babi. Seems to be an issue with Windows and Linux calling the key differently. Yeah, that doesn't surprise. scripts babi. Works for me. This is home and end. And Control A and Control E. They both work for me. I don't know why yours isn't working. Do you use Chocolatey for the package manager on Windows? I don't actually use Windows that much, so I don't have any package managers. ls dev tty and git bash. I think it exists in this thing. Yeah, so it's a thing there, but Python will not be able to open it. Because this is Windows Python, and this is the emulated weirdo shell. So this code is correct. It's just a little bit weird. But how would I incorporate this into babi is the other question. So we don't open the files here. Okay, so file gets the file name here, and then this is where we would change the code. Okay. It's not bad. So we currently have one special test that does special things similar to this. This is for suspending, where we background and then foreground it. So we're gonna write a similar test to this, but for standard input. Test features, standard in test. Test standard in. Testing.runner, import prints error runner. I'm also not gonna be able to use my in-process runner to test this from babi.screen import. Stir. We'll use schlex for. Run the command. Use sys for. The executable. Okay, so we're gonna do a very similar thing. If prints error runner and term equals screen bash. No RC. And the reason we use no RC is so that people's bash RCs don't change the test output. Mindful Fox says it's the first day of spring today. Oh man, that means that the days are finally gonna be longer. Really today? I thought it was Saturday. It's the equinox. Equinox. Vernal? No. Yeah, vernal equinox. So I guess it's today. Woo! Happy Equinox Day. Seems to only happen with SSH from command. Oh, interesting. ls test slash features tab features tab. Yeah, that's what I did. Why are the trailing spaces red? It scares me. Oh, it's so that I notice trailing white space, so that I fix it. I could change the color, but this is so that I don't leave trailing white space around. Nano has it as green. My Nano doesn't. It's red for me. But yeah, I could change the color there. The reason it's red for me, sorry, I am pulling your leg a little bit. The reason it's red for me is because I've set it to red. Yeah, gotcha. Got him! But yeah. I could change the color, but for now it's red because it's like super noticeable. But it could be whatever color that I want it to be. And maybe if I ever make a configuration file, you could configure it as well. Actually don't need this. Dun, dun, dun. Run dash m babi and then dash for our good old friend standard in. Get the actual babi command and then h.press and enter. Echo. Hello world. We could do this cool thing. A bling string. You guys know about bling strings? Bling strings. They evaluate escape sequences. I didn't learn about this until like a really, really long time after using Bash for years, but a $sign and then a hard quoted string, a single quoted string will evaluate things here. So you can put escape sequences in here. Let's see, 2M, let's see, 7M, which is invert. But anyway, bling strings. They're cool, or something. Okay, so that should open up babi, and babi should load. Version stir timeout equals 2. We should see hello world. And yeah, we should also see new file, right? And it should be modified. Oops. Actually, what does that look like? New file, space, and then a star. Star means modified. Okay, so this is like kind of our test that we should expect to see. Oh, we need to quit. We need to quit. Let's do this. We need to quit babi in a way that doesn't race. So we need to pick some text that should go missing. I guess we'll expect this to go missing. Because we don't want to type exit while babi is still foregrounded. Is async await. Oh no, this is just the function names are await because it does a spin loop in the background. It's not actual async IO. Test open from standard in. So this test should be failing. Tests features standard in test. We have a syntax error. Yeah, see, this is another feature that I want to add. This parenthesis should be highlighted in red because it's never closed. But I need to do some other stuff before I can add a feature like that. But yeah, here's the crash that we expect. So now let's Let's implement this. All right, babi file. So Nano actually reads standard in before it starts curses. Oh fuck, we need to do the same thing. Oh, that makes... That really sucks. Don't you need to escape the new line in the echo? Yeah, you're right. Alright. Make it a French string. Yeah, French string, right? Oh, this sucks. It actually really sucks. So we need to oh, this is gonna be gross. Babi's not set up nicely for this. So unfortunately, before we even call this function here, like we need to already have we can handle dash there. Unfortunately, what happens right now is that means we need to pass it in here, and we need to change this. Oh, so much stuff has to change. Fox says RMRF thumbs down, RMFR thumbs up. I actually like the opposite. I like my good old rim riff. Hey, what's up, Bix Plays? Hello, hello. Oh, it sucks. Structure of my program is not great for this. Alias rimriff equals RMFR. Yeah, for the chaotic energy. Okay, so we can do this. If args dot file names dot count greater than 1. Parser dot error expected only 1 standard in argument. Yeah. Let's try that. We do babi dash dash. Error expected only 1 standard in argument. Which I should write a test for that. Test error for more than 1 standard in argument passed. From babi.main import main. With pytest.raises system exit. I want capsys. I like how it says pytest there. Let's use done. Insert error dot ends with this bad boy. So that handles that. If can't see the entire name behind your camera. Oh yeah, because my test name is long. It's very descriptive. Here, you can see the test name now. Test error for more than one standard in argument passed, and I passed kepsis as a fixture. There you go. Yeah, channeling my inner Java. Hey, what's up, panel 2? Hello, hello. Yes, the camera. It's the gender-neutral term for camera slash Camaro. DDT, it's like TD but better, yeah. Development-driven tests, yeah. I mean, I did write a test for the actual feature first. This is more just like an implementation detail that I realized along the way. Okay, if dash is in args.filenames, what am I doing? Why does this feel loud? Hey, what's up, poor dead? Who asks, hello, what are you working on? So I've got this cool bang project, or bang today command, that shows a little bit of what I'm working on, but it's actually this text editor. I'm editing the text editor with the text editor. It's a little bit meta. But I was going to work on performance-related stuff, but then got distracted with implementing standard in, which is actually kind of an interesting problem, and I learned some stuff, so I think learning stuff is good, so that's why I'm working on it. os.fd open. Oh no, it's just os.open. Console equals con in dollar if sys.platform is 132 else dev t2i. Reading standard in, and then we dupe 2 from t2i to sys.standardin.filenote. Otherwise, standard in is equal to none. I pass standard in along. I gotta change this function to take standard in. Stir. Hey, what's up, Psycode? Hello, hello. Equals none? No, I don't need it. I don't need it there. Because there's only one caller, and that one caller is always going to pass in the same values, and no one else calls this. Just there. But it's fine to say optional stir, but no default. And Screen needs to know about this. The Screen is what constructs the files. Oh. Why else standard in equals none? If we don't have a standard in, the contents will be none. Oh, you mean instead of doing this? So, you've activated my trap card. No, this is one of my like things I like to rant about. This code is a lot harder for humans to read than this code here, and the reason for this is, as a human, it's very obvious to see that these two branches are disparate because they're both indented and they're both part of an if chain. So it's easy to see that like the top part is mutually exclusive with the bottom part. Whereas if you do this, sure, if you only have one if statement, this is, you know, reasonably readable. But then imagine you have some other cases here and some more cases here. And now there's a lot of cognitive overhead to understanding exactly how this if statement works. But if you take each of these and set them to their particular values in each branch, it's a little bit more obvious. The other thing that this style helps you with is it makes sure that you handle every single case. So often, like an if without an else is can be a point of like bugs in your code where you don't consider it. Now this is like, error handling is of course like an exception to that. But anyway, that's my. I realize there are people that are like, oh yeah, eschew the useless else, and it's like, yeah, I'd rather be able to read my code at a glance. So that's those are my thoughts there. But you actually bring up another point. I could just set standard into the empty string instead of none, and then instead of optional up here, we could just use stir, which wouldn't be so bad. Hey, what's up, Poor Dead? Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Even though I already saw you in chat, I will welcome you again because of the notification. Oh, I just had my I had this highlighted and I was like, why is that red? So I clicked on it. Probably when I, moved it around or whatever. I prefer none. Yeah, none is probably better. It's more explicit. Also, we'll get better errors if things expect it to be string and they get none. The only problem is then I'll need an assertion later. I'm gonna do empty string for now. We'll see what it looks like when I eventually implement it. I suspect it'll be easier if I keep it as stir though. Otherwise I'll need a type assertion. Probably, maybe, we'll see. I sure do wish for better errors next Christmas. Santa, can you bring me no more bugs, please? Thank you. Huh. So what do I want to do here? I could... Okay, so I can avoid changing screen and files, I think. We have this method here. By just doing this. I mean, I can avoid mostly changing screen and files. By doing this. Try that. Ensure loaded. And you might ask, well, surely this should crash it, right? If we're running our own editor while editing. So I actually have 2 copies of babi. So yeah, it definitely does crash right now. But One of them is in my home directory. It's named Nano, but it is actually Babi. It allows me to switch back and forth between the things that work and the things that don't work. Sure, loaded. Go if I can spell. If self-dot file name is not none, because we need just a third case here, I guess. We should also have a nice little status update too. That would be cool. If baby equals broken, bappy equals working. That would be good too. Thing is, I have muscle memory to type nano, so I'm gonna keep that at least for now. Okay. If self.filename is equal to standard in, then status.update run standard in. And what do we do? What do we do? We're gonna set file name to none, that way it's a new file. Self.line, self.nl, self.mix, self.sha256 equals get lines, SIO. Oh man, this is actually way less crappy than I thought it was gonna be. It's missing argument. Unbound mix. What do you mean? Oh, I did self.mix like a dummy. Sick! It works! Kind of. The test fails. Because I forgot one thing, but I'll show you the test failing first. And it'll be missing the star. I'm waiting for text new file star to appear. Be dumb. Standard in. Cool. Easier than I thought. Set modified to true. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be too long. Oh, and the reason that I didn't want optional stir is I would have had to run an assertion here, but we don't really need an assertion now. Just always a string. It's a little bit cheeky, but now it should say that it's modified. And that should pass this test. Let's run all the tests, and I'm gonna go fill up my water while this runs. So I will be right back. Alright, we're back. The tests still haven't finished. But hopefully they'll finish soon. I like the thing, the Python. Yeah, the Python's pretty good. Ah, dang it. I forgot to delete this file. The coverage did pass. Oh, without that file. But yeah, the Python is pretty great. I like it too. Woody NYH says, chat, if I had a data extract as a CSV file with 180,000 entries and 36 columns, is that a large number as far as the computer is concerned? Well, let's see how large that would be. So we have 100 rows equals 180,000, and columns equals 36 columns. Let's say that our data is, I don't know, 100 bytes. So that's this many bytes. Bytes in gigabytes. It's not even a gigabyte. 600 megabytes. So it could fit in memory pretty easily. So I wouldn't say that's that large of data. I mean, kind of want to be careful when loading like, you know, half a gig of data into memory. And it's going to take a while, but it's not really large data. Me with 2 gigs of RAM. I mean, let's look at RAM usage. Firefox is using almost 2 gigs of RAM. That's more than that. Chrome is using, you know, more than that, 800 megs. OBS is using more than that. Let's just sort by memory. So this and above are using more memory than, well, this is about the same amount of memory, similar size. So when we talk about how big numbers are, it has to be with RAM usage then? Not necessarily. It's a good, like, it's a good proxy for that value. Like when I think about, like when people say like big data or whatever, to me that means it probably doesn't fit on disk on a personal computer. Like if I can fit your data set in memory on my phone, it's definitely not big data. And so like that particular data set would fit in memory on my phone. And my phone is fucking 6 years old, so 6 years old? When did that phone come out? Galaxy S7 Edge release date 2016, February of 2016. So 4 years old, not 5 years old. That's close. March. Almost exactly 4 years ago. I need a new phone. But anyway, yeah, it's not that big of a data set. Hey, what's up, Woody NYH? Thank you for the follow, even though I see you in chat. But yeah, that's usually how I consider like size of data set. I don't know if it's super scientific like way to consider that. Okay, this was easier than I thought it was gonna be. This feature was much easier than I thought it was gonna be. Also, this is clever. I like that. And actually, I wonder what happens if I remove this condition. Like, I kind of think I know what it's going to do. It's gonna have a bunch of files that are all high. Yeah. Is that bad? Is that the worst? It's kind of weird to do. Do I punish the user or do I just let them... I think we just let the user go. Less code to maintain too. Delete the tests also. Yeah, I think that's fine. Do it the nano way? No, the nano way is more difficult. The nano way makes you read standard in a bunch of times. And then standard in would have to be a list. But like a nano, you would get, oh, that's babi. Oh, That's old Nano. Yeah. Old babi, sorry. So what Nano does is it reads standard in a bunch of times. And then I would have to match up which one is which. I don't want to do that. Oh. It's not going to be exactly the same behavior as Nano. I bet this is still a problem though. Yeah. What does Nano do here? Too many errors from standard in. What? I think it's okay to just crash there, I guess. What is the Vim way? Vim produces an error. Too many edit arguments. I don't know what that means. Yeah, that works, Andrew. You can open a file and standard in. Vim would be to produce an error. I think I'm gonna ignore both of them and just do what I'm doing for this case. Alright, it's an edge case of a feature I'm not even gonna fucking use. Ever. Stupid swap file. Go away. Alright. Dupe 2 is the where is it? There we go. Dupe 2 is the thing that I learned today. I'm glad I used strace to figure this out. I don't know how I would have figured it out other than that. Like, what would I have Googled for? Replace standard in with console. I mean, this person was kind of asking the same thing, but didn't get the answer that they wanted. Place standard in with T2Y Python. What? Anyway, it would have taken me a really long time to figure it out without using strace, so I'm glad I jumped to strace first. Support babi dash for reading from standard in. You know, now that I know this is a thing, because I didn't even know this was a thing before, I'm probably gonna use it. As much as I said, like, oh, I'm never gonna use this fucking feature, I'm probably gonna end up using it. Hey, what's up, James K. Jr.? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. We can close that issue that I said I wasn't gonna do. Oh, what? Oh shit! Get is using babi now because instead of being an alias, it's an actual executable. That's dope. That's cool. I like it. Where was it? Resolves 42. That's a good number. I hope this works. Cool. babi is now a working Git editor. I wonder what this does. Oh, it'd be nice if babi could highlight this. Get syntax out of here. That'd be cool. Clap. That commit will be lost! Alright, anyway. Sick. Do the thing. Oh god, what happened here? Oh, I think I backgrounded while I was closing it. I have not been able to reproduce this yet. So it's broken my terminal here. Now it's back to normal. But I like foregrounded as it was closing, or backgrounded as it closed. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know how to trigger that. I mean, I could try and trigger it. I missed control. Oh yeah, there we go. Huh. I wonder if it's Z then X or X then Z. But yeah, I triggered it again, so you can see everything's all sorts of messed up. I did X then Z there. And it looks like it closed. If I do Z then X... Huh. They must have to be like very, very close to each other. That's weird. Anyway, there's some weird behavior there that I don't really care to fix. But I know that it's a bug because I've hit it before, including just now. Okay, what was the thing that I actually wanted to work on? Can it LSP yet? No, not yet. That's because we keep spending time on silly features like supporting standard in. Babi parrot file. That won't work, I don't think. Yeah, no input. But I think Nano has the same problem. And I'm pretty sure Vim has the same problem. But this should work. Get it in. Yeah, so that'll work. Files. What can I delete? I'm not gonna do that. Fine. Let me see what this looks like, and then we'll consider that instead. Now will you use it? Maybe. Maybe I will use the feature. You mean Babi dash arrow file? No, I'm never gonna use that. There's no reason to do that. You would just do this. In fact, this is worse than before. For two reasons. The first being that you lose the file name here, so it becomes new file, and you lose the syntax editing. Oh, I might use dash. I knew dash was a thing. I didn't know it was a thing for text editors. So I might use it. No promises. Okay, so what I wanted to try, so the thing for this is, if you do Control X, this is this quick prompt thing, which currently has like yes and no. And I want to see what it looks like to underline this and remove the parentheses here and see if that's obvious enough what it should be. Press F to quit. That would be funny. Multiple file support. Yeah, that works. That works already. See? And you can switch between them. Do you mean multiple panes, like splits? Yeah, I don't have splits. I don't know how splits are gonna work. But this works. And you can close them and it jumps you through them. I need Babi, you can get it. It's on GitHub. Can you open a file from Babi? No. There's no like open. To like add to the number of files that are already open. Yeah, there isn't a way to do that yet. Mostly because Nano doesn't have a way to do it. Bin Nano. There's no open in here. Is there a shortcut, Doug? Yes! There is. It's in the readme. Here are all of the current shortcuts. There's not that many, so it's actually pretty easy to remember them all. You probably don't want to go through my GitHub because it'll take forever to load. Here's the link directly to Babi. Alright. So we're gonna emulate this. File is modified. Save. Yes. No. VLAN message. More options in options. Standard stir.insert stir curses dot lines -1 x. Option 0. Yeah, I know it goes off the screen. That's fine. Oh, this is a lot of work just to demo this. Maybe have word wrap yet? No, I don't like word wrap, so I don't use it. Of course, it says, why does GitHub not cache your profile stats, right? Yeah, my profile is such a pain in the ass. I do work at Lyft, yes, for now. And it has escape $? $. Nano has escape $. What does that do in Nano? Escape $? The fuck does that do? You mean control $? Stops wrapping. Oh yeah. I know it has it, I don't use it and I don't like it. So that's why I don't have it. The keyboard shortcut is actually something else. It's Alt. It happens to work with escape and $, but it's actually Alt 4? No, Alt Shift 4? Yeah, Alt-Shift-4. Now I just see you don't like your code to be wrapped in love. No, I don't like line wrapping. I also don't like line numbers. I know I'm weird. The way things go. Okay, let's finish this. This is maybe why I haven't done this yet. Because it's so... Yeah, this is one line in the current code. Gross. This status with underline file is modified. Save. Yes. No. Standard screw. Did not do what I expected. Oh, sir. Comments are wrong. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna write a little bit more. I make it bold also. Also. The white spaces go. Well, that's actually kind of nice. What if it's just bold? Module not found. No module name. Oniguruma CF5. It's inside of .cfg. It's recently added as a dependency. So you'll just need to reinstall. Pip install -e dot. Does escape equals M? Not exactly. So here, I can actually show you with the same script. Ignore the bottom there. So if I press like keys on the keyboard, this is the key that curses detects. If I do like Control X, you can see like this is what curses receives, and this is the key name that it results in. If I do meta S, this is the sequence that. So this is the escape character, and then this is S. Whereas if I just press escape, you can see that this is the same character as here. So escape S, if you press it really quickly, is the same as meta S. But if you do escape and then S with no escape delay, Nano has a higher escape delay, so that's why it shows up differently. But that's how those escape sequences work, at least in Xterm. And I bet you're one of those weirdos that likes code to be within 80 characters. You disgust me. Yeah, you're right now, Edge. You're not wrong. Well, it works nicely for stream. What can I say? Phantom Infinity says, "What are you making?" I'm making a text editor. I have it open somewhere, kind of. Here's my text editor. Editing itself. It has nice syntax highlighting and some other features and stuff. It's a thing. Isn't it better for the text to be centered? There's supposed to be a question mark here, and it's supposed to put the cursor here. This is what it looks like normally. This is supposed to be a prompt. But why do I feel like the font size here is different than over here? I know it's not, but it looks like it is. What's requirements dev for? It's for the testing requirements. So these are the things that are only needed at test time. Coverage. I'm not gonna say the name of this library. PyTest and Remote PDB. They're for developing on it. Whereas install requires is what it needs at runtime. Another thing that I want to do, and we'll maybe get to this later, I want this file to be properly highlighted. So this is what it should look like when it's properly highlighted. Something like that. I don't really... I wish these sections were also highlighted, but this is what it should look like, but it doesn't. Because VS Code or TextMate does not know about setup.cfg. But we can teach it, because we have a utility that knows about that. Will Vabu support line wrapping? Right? Yeah, and then we'll have Casey, and then Zaxt, and then Zazzer, and then This kind of doesn't highlight any section. It does though. This will look the same in code. At least it did last time I did this. Yeah, see? Looks the same. What I'm saying is it would be nice if this were highlighted. I could probably change it in my theme. Entity.name.section.grouptitle.ini. So I could change my theme. The prefix match. Why don't you let me right click on this? No. Fig Babi theme. What color do I want to make this thing? I kind of want to just be bold in some other color. Oh, maybe this color, whatever the class name color is. CSS name.class. Here we go. Type, declarations, and references. What is this scope over here? What are you? Viewer.other.definition. I'll just put it down the bottom. Settings. Foreground. We'll make it bold too. Oops. Okay, so now if we open that up. Hey! I think this is a little bit better. What does Nano do for this? Nothing. Fuck off. Anyway, I think that's cool. But yeah, I'll probably be hacking on my own theme eventually. What about Jajo? JAJ0? Wait, how would that work? If anything, it would be MAMP or comma A, comma left bracket. Hey, what's up, Toddy? How's it going? What is this link? Link looks broken. Also, it has MP4 as an extension. Okay, that's loud. That looks painful. I'll let other people click on it. But, oh boy. Should have muted. Green. It's kind of a turquoisey greenish, yeah. I don't know, maybe I'll change the color of it. I wanted to pick some other color that's part of the theme already. I feel like these go reasonably well together. But anyway. Nalish says, so how's the cough? It's alright. I'm still coughing quite a bit, but for the most part it's gone away. I still am coughing every once in a while, but Koenig says, are there metrics other than coverage that give me a hint whether or not I'm doing a good job with testing? Not really. Yeah, not really. I feel like coverage is probably your only like metric that you can refer to. But yeah, I don't know what else I would look to from like a numbers perspective. Move your hand up. Oh, I see. That's how you get Jadge 0. Okay. I got you, Kinbiko. I'm just dumb. Okay. That's in the running. Maybe it'll be the new one. Jajo. Move your hand up. Thank you, Angeline. I didn't think of that. I'm a little slow on the draw. Knowledge says, I'm sorry we're not considering the top plays. The obvious name is Snow. Right. True. N capital N-O. Yeah. Or caps lock. Catherine says, did you have shortness of breath too? Yes, I did. Which is mostly, that's pretty much entirely gone. In fact, I forgot to update my spreadsheet, didn't I? I did some exercise today, which is new. Why did it pick this account? I mean, it's the right account for editing this file, but that's not the right account. Okay. So I didn't go outside, but I did bike machine yesterday and today, so I'm feeling better about that. Or at least I'm feeling good enough to ride a bike machine for 20 miles, which is like right around an hour for me. But part of it says bang chair. Fuck, I don't know. Let me see if I can find my chair. I know I bought it on Amazon, so I can find it there. Turns and orders. Chair. This is the chair that I bought. It is the Boss Office Products High Back, No Tools Required Leather Plus Chair in Black. Yeah. This is exactly the chair that I have. I don't necessarily recommend it. It's alright. It can cause me cancer, apparently. But it's the same chair that I'd purchased. It's different. Was this the chair I liked? Oh, I think this is the chair that I liked. Yeah, I bought the wrong chair then. Anyway, I had one chair that I really liked, and I haven't... This is obviously not it, because otherwise I'd be raving about it more. But I couldn't remember where I bought it from, but... But I miss that chair. This chair's alright. I'm not super complaining about it. And then says, how bad / scary was the shortness of breath on a scale from 1 being not bad and 10 being extremely bad? During the day, it was about like a 2. But when I was falling asleep, it was like borderline like panic mode. So somewhere around like a 5 or a 6. Yes. But yeah, for the most part, it was not a big deal. Sweating in summer. I mean, usually I'm sweating in the summer because I don't have air conditioning where I live. I don't know what you're referring to though, sarcastic Dante. Yeah. Oh, in that chair? No, actually, it's not so bad. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's not bad. I don't know if it's real leather because it doesn't really feel like real leather, so you don't really get that stickiness. But shrugs. It's fine. Knowledge says, regarding coverage, depends on the application. Code coverage is a poor metric for testability, especially if your tests are badly written, but other metrics you can look at are crashes, memory usage over a long time. Then the question is why you're looking at metrics. You're probably looking for reliability, but performance is another. Yeah, makes sense. For less than $200, it's not real leather. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be real leather. Why it feels fake. But that's fine. I don't care for real leather. Which is actually interesting. There's like a huge surplus of leather at least in the US, because it's a byproduct of murdering cows for food. But a lot of it is just burned so that the demand can stay high enough that it's expensive to have leather. I find very, very strange. I mean, it makes sense, but it's also just like, what a waste. It's what happens when you murder a ton of cows for food. Anyway, what was I actually doing? Oh, we were looking at this thing. We're deciding whether I like this enough with the underline. Are there other things? Python. JL says, Provo, Anthony writes code, are you vegan? No, I'm pescatarian. Which means I consume fish, but I do not consume land animals. But what happened here? What is this from? Where are you from, little arrow that's just chillin'? Oh. Wait, now it's not doing it again. It was from here. Dang it, now I cannot reproduce. Anyway, whatever. Standout mode. What is standout mode? The number of times I've opened this Wikipedia article, stand out. Does nothing. Andrew Lane says, I'm humanitarian, I eat humans. Knowledge says, well, the quality of leather is also an issue. Most meat cows have hides that get beaten up by stuff like barbed wire. I mean, not if they're grown in cages like most cows are. I guess cows aren't always. A lot of them are. But CS is hard. Leave double arrow alone. Yeah. Are other people in your family pescatarian or just you? My dad is as well. Check out Wiki1 if you use Wikipedia a lot. Oh. A nice little app for Wikipedia. Interesting. On Firefox, I have a shortcut for Wikipedia, so I just type wiki, I don't know, ANZ escape, and it will take me directly to Wikipedia. And if I remember the actual name of the article, it'll take me directly to the article. Presumably I could do something like that. What do you mean by cages? I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna turn this into an animal rights stream. Oh, hey, Blink. Yo, does that work? Oh shit, it does. Oh. I didn't know that was a thing. That's obnoxious. Only I tried that. I knew what dim does. Italic. It's new, it wouldn't help. Normal is normal. Reverse reusing. This doesn't do anything. I know it doesn't do anything. This also doesn't do anything. Horizontal highlight. What does that mean? Nothing. What's it supposed to look like? Seems to be nothing in here. Use DuckDuckGo. Yeah, I know about DuckDuckGo. I still use Google like a terrible person. I know. Habit. I don't know what these things do. Okay, so it sounds like there's no other... I mean, there might be here. Crossed out. Is that a thing? Bling string! 9M. Oh, it is, but there's no curses attribute for it. Interesting. It is Fractor. Like an alternate font? Is that actually a thing? Close the escape for that? Let's do this. Hey, what's up? Oh boy. How am I gonna say this? For real? What am I supposed to say? Oh, Judaism. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Lol, good luck. No, I got it. Mash echo dash E. Oops. Got to clear it. It looks like none of these other ones are supported. But we got blink. Bold, dim, italic, underline, blink. Something, reverse, invisible, strike. There's no strike in curses, which is interesting. Curses, strike through. And curses, strike. And curses will not add this because the bit field is already fully packed. Oh man. That sucks. But curses will never have strike through because the field that they're using to do this is not wide enough to add more bits to it. I've seen UUIDs more readable than that. Oh, than this? So let's break down what it's doing here. So the first thing is I ran seek 120, which spits out the numbers from 1 to 20. Then I use xargs -- replace, and this is what that does. It takes, by default, -- replace will look for these curly braces. Oh, your follower's nickname. Oh, okay, I see. I thought you were talking about this command. Well, anyway, then I don't have to explain the command. But anyways, xargs replace replaces out this. And then this is just a command. It's not that unreadable. Here I thought you were talking shit. Okay, so I need to decide whether I like this or not. But we're gonna put the underline back. I think it's not obvious enough with just bold. And I don't really like the underline. I wonder if I remove the reverse on it. That's obvious enough. And maybe that's too obvious. Like that either. Blink it, yeah. I'm not doing that. So this is super obvious here, but it looks ugly. I think I'm just gonna leave it how it is. Remove the S and no. The thing is, it's not always used for that. It's also used for this, where you would definitely want to know what A means. I think I'm just gonna leave it for now. Add an optional argument to the function? Ah. Oh, wait, put that back to reverse. The thing is, like, oh, do a backslash there. The thing is, like, this is nicer. Is it clean enough? Do I? Let's try it with the other. Status with underline, standard score, replace. Yes, no, all. Maybe if I changed it to slashes. That's not so bad. Hey, Mish Manners has raided me with a party of 7. Hey, what's up, Mish Manners? Thank you for the raid. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. This is a new person for me. Let me check out your channel. See what you're up to. Twitch manners hosting me. Okay, good. We don't have any stuff here. Oh, looks like you do some coding stuff too. That's awesome. I'll have to check out your channel later. But yeah, leave a follow. Thank you for the raid. Hey, what's up? I'm Sammy. Hello, hello. Sorry I don't have a massive audience. This is completely off time for me. That's fine. Anyone is always welcome. I guess I should tell you guys what I'm working on so I can be a good host, I guess. So I'm working on my own text editor, which sounds like a terrible idea, and you're probably right that it's a terrible idea, but I've come this far, and so it's a thing. It does exist. This is my text editor. If you've worked with VS Code, the highlighting should be a little bit familiar because it actually uses the same theming and highlighting engine that Visual Studio Code does. However, I've re-implemented it in Python. But it's so the text editor is called Babi, which is a knockoff from Nano if you mess up your hands on the keyboard. It's a silly name, but I kind of like the name and it kind of stuck. But yeah, it's a Nano knockoff. It has a lot of the same keyboard shortcuts and stuff, but essentially a terminal text editor that I wrote from scratch and stuff. We're doing some coding on the LFX lights with Elgato Stream Deck using Python. Oh, that's cool. Whoa. I don't have any like fancy. The fanciest stream stuff that I have is I have like a crappy bot that I wrote. I think it would really be really cool to like hook some stuff up. Like I plan to in my like infinite free time. I want to eventually do something with. I have one of the lift thingies. I don't even remember what they're called. What are they called? We have a wall of them at work. They have a name. Amps. They're called amps. It'd be cool to like build something with the amp and like have that react to stream chat or whatever. But I haven't done anything with that. Maybe one day I'll do some cool stuff. Lots of random stuff. That's awesome. I like to think that I do lots of random stuff, although the last like 6 months have mostly just been me working on my text editor. Usually what I work on is like Python linting and code formatters and productivity tools and stuff. So like I maintain a bunch of linters for Python, like Flake8 and PyFlakes and PyCode style, as well as a thing that I created called Recommit, which is pretty cool. It's a linter GitHooks framework manager thing. But yeah, that's what I usually work on stuff. Mishmanners, you work for GitHub? Oh no. Well then you can you can grumble to somebody about my GitHub problem, right? Look how long it takes my profile to load. This is absurd. Is it even gonna load? Or am I gonna get... Oh, it did load this time. It takes forever. It's absurd. But yeah, it'd be nice if it was a little bit faster, but it's not. But yeah, I don't mean to complain to you. It's just like, it's a thing that, come on, there's got to be some caching there, right? But yeah, I do a lot of open source stuff. Now it just says, Freddie, don't be so hard on yourself. Your bot is excellent, even when it corrects us on the naming of Linux. Oh yeah, that's actually turned off right now. Because it was so annoying. But maybe I'll turn it back on at some point. Wait, where did it go? Where did what go? Where did what go? I can totally grumble to somebody for you, thanks. Why does it take forever? Presumably it's because it doesn't take forever the second load. So like, the second load is cached usually. Well, of course this took still some while. I assume it's because of this. But I don't actually know because I don't work at GitHub, so I can't profile it. Presumably it's because I do too much shit. But yeah, this is a super like 2008 profile picture. Unfortunately, I took it in 2012. So I have an updated version of it. Oh, do I have it on my desktop? Yeah, I do. Look, it's the updated version. This is the 2019 version of the same photo. But look, they're about the same. nothing changes in what, 8 years, 7 years. But yeah. That's still something. It's still more than a lot of people. Much better haircut, yeah. I actually liked my old haircut better. I feel like the new haircut it's more professional at least. Picture quality is 4K on the 2019 version, yeah. Oh, this is you on GitHub. Cool. GitHub is nice. I like GitHub. But yeah, the thing that I'm working on right now to try and figure out whether it's a good idea or not is right now when you do a find and replace in the editor, there's actually 2 places where this prompt comes up. There's one in find and replace, and then there's one in quitting a modified file. There's two places where this short prompt comes up, and presumably others will use the same functionality. We'll use the same functionality later. But I'm trying to decide if like this is better than this. Of course, I would need to put the question mark here as well, because this is the current behavior, and it's kind of hard to read, and there's a lot of parentheses, and it's a little bit gross. So I'm kind of like playing around with what it would look like if I implemented this, and then if it looks good, I might do it as well. Knowledge says, I feel called out. I contribute to a lot of things. Nice. Oh, because your profile actually loads, unlike mine? But, you know, I kind of like this form of it. Like, not the commas, but with the slashes. Actually, what did it look like with commas? That's actually not bad. What if I do slashes and no underline? Slash and no underline. Oops, messed that up. That's actually not bad. Are you using GitHub when you were 12, 13? Wow, that was a long time ago. Speaking of ship it. Oh, that's good. So, also speaking of ship it, you might like this, Mish Manners. Let me find something that has pull requests. And this one has pull requests. I have this user script that I have where if I want to approve something, I don't actually want to approve this yet, but I will eventually. Thank you, Mish Manners, for the follow as well. I have this user script where when I click approve, it will pick a random GIF of a bunch of like cats that will ship it stuff. And that picks from this page. So there's all these ship it GIFs, and so I like to leave these GIFs on people's PRs. Most of them are kitties. Some of them are doggos. There's a Pikachu in here somewhere. Where's the Pikachu? Here's the Pikachu. But it's just a script that runs in my browser. So if we look at this. So I'm using, in Chrome I use Tamper Monkey, in Firefox I use Grease Monkey. But the way it works is on load it will fetch this page, so this same page that's here, and looks for all of the ship it images. There's also, this one used to be in the ship it bucket, but then got removed because People thought it was creepy, which arguably it is a little bit creepy. And then there's the don't ship it bucket, which like, before I fixed the script, it accidentally picked some images from here. I posted this one on someone's code review at work, and they were like, but then I fixed it. Doesn't have that bug anymore. But then it looks for a click event on the approval radio button, and then sticks a string at the top of the little message there. But yeah, it's pretty good. Here's the oops, that was not what I want to do. Here's the link if you wanna check that out. But it actually the user script is on GitHub as well. So here's the better link to it. But I like my user scripts, so that's why this is the thing. But you'd appreciate that. Use that in action. No, it's just a script. You can make that into an action, then open source. Oh yeah, so how'd that work? Would notice that ship it action had been created and then edit the comment? I guess that would work. That'd be kind of cool. Then anyone could add it. But I'll make sure I didn't actually approve this. Cool. Oh, but that pin is nice. Bookmark that in the browser that I actually use, unlike Chrome. Hey, what's up, guy? BBBBBB says, "What's up, Coronina? So you put the tilde on the wrong letter." It's good. I think I'm recovered now. So if I actually had coronavirus, I have survived. But we'll never know because I couldn't get tested. So such is life, I guess. Bold or bold and underline? Bold or bold and underline? Oh, then there's the other question of like when the screen gets really small. Alright. We can't actually make it small enough. It crashes. Yeah, it's fine. Kinda like this. It's nice and subtle. Let's try and implement this and see what happens. No underline? Yeah. What are we doing today? We're working on just kind of random stuff in babi. I wanted to do performance fixes, but we kind of got sidetracked. And now this works in babi. So you can read from standard in, and it'll work. But yeah, let's try and make this work. I think I'm gonna have to change a bunch of tests though. Oh, it's the drop song. Yes. Is it this way? Yeah, I'm gonna fix all these tests. Have you seen IPT? Intern computers. What is IPT? Oh, GitHub link. There we go. Interactive Pipe 2, the Node.js CLI interactive workflow. Improves missing CLI. Does it just convert things into JSON? What? It's cool. It is kind of cool. Something about it, like, gives me the heebie-jeebies, though. Interesting. I did not know that was a thing. Looks cool. Looks scary. Somehow. Okay, so the function that we're changing is this quick prompt here. I do have npm, but I'm also not going to global install an npm thing. What do we want to do here? So we're really changing. We're really changing how this works. Actually, what does this look like right now? I'm just reading this code and it seems not the best. Oh, I need to open this in Tmux. Control B, shift there. Oh. Interesting. I guess that's fine. That makes the logic even more difficult. Andrew says, "Wait, how did you resize it like that?" So there's splits in Tmux, and a split is whatever your leader key is, and then %. Or at least that's how you do a vertical split. Let's see, how do I do a horizontal split? $? Nope. I just forget. Horizontal split, Tmux. I don't use Tmux all that much. It'll be quote. That's what it. So that's a that way split. The main reason that I've used splits in the past is so that I can compare code. Reset in both of these. Yeah, they're different widths. Just get them to be the same. So one thing that anyway, there we go. One thing that I've used splits before in the past, and this is oops, Control B, set W, synchronize panes. So now I can type in one pane and it shows up in both. And using this, you can figure out like differences between stuff. So I often do this when I'm like comparing the debugging output between two different programs. And I'll run both of them in the debugger and like step through the program on both sides until they're different. And then I'll know that that's like when my program has differed from each other. And this was super useful when doing like Python 3 migrations, or back when I ported Yelp main from Python 2.6 to 2.7. That was this was a tool that I used a lot to make that happen. But yeah, the resizing pane is leader key and then the arrow key while holding down control, I guess. Or you just have to do it very quickly after. I don't know. It's a little fiddly, but again, I don't really use Tmux, so I don't really care. But normally, if you do that and arrow key, it switches between the panes. Open 3 files in babi and close the third one, it goes back to the first. What else would it do? I think Nano does the same thing. And that's why it does that. Oh, this is babi. Yeah, Nano does the same thing, that's why. We could go to the second one. I don't know. Here, we can change it. It's easy to change. It's in this file. If res equals that, tell this to screen.I minus equals 1. So now if we do that, should go to 2 and then 1. So you happy? Is that what you want? Easy one-line fix. It's gonna fail a test though. This features multiple. Hopefully it fails test. Yeah, there we go. Fails test. We type out a lot of text for some reason. Okay, but here's where it's jumping from file C. Here to clear any yeah, so this jumps us back to 3. I can just switch these two assertions. Though, what happens now if we do this and we close the first one? That worked. Did that work? Hang on, let me read the code. -1 mod 3. What does this do in Python? It gives you positive. Cool. Okay. Yeah, that works. And test work. Oh, but now that's weird, right? If you close the first file, you end up at the third file. What do you expect to happen there, Sarcastic Dante? Should it go to the first file? Should it go to the second file? What if you're in the middle file? What does it do there? Because this is now worse. 1, 3, 2 makes no sense. But this makes sense now. 2, 1. Can I make it conditional? What if I just did min 0? That works now. What if you're on the second file? Where should this go? Should this go to the third file or the first file? How did that work? Oh, because I picked min. That should be max. This should go 1, 2, 3. This should go 3, 2, 1. This should go 1, 3. What should it do there? That's the thing. It doesn't actually matter. Like, should it go to 3? If you close the second one, it should go to 3. So then we want min I plus 1 we want this behavior then, I think. Okay, close one goes to... I think we want this. Close one should go to 2, and then 3. Cool. Go to 3, close should go to 2, and then 1. Then in the middle, we should get 2, 3, 1. Okay, I think that's the behavior that I want, and that you want. But we don't have tests that capture that. Test multiple files close from beginning. That's another thing I need to fix. It should not jump to the... It should jump back to where I started editing when it does that. Oh, there's no and exit here. That's the increasing order. Clean run. Oh. Need it as a parameter. Okay, so that works. Text multiple files close from. So much code here. Oh, because we actually navigate around. Fixtures, reduce the copy and paste. Little typo there. Okay, cool. Looks good. Is there a setup method? So the way you would do that in a fixture, this is the, oops. In PyTest, the way you do setup and teardown is with fixtures. What was the name of that test? Multiple file. So this is a fixture, and a fixture can have setup and teardown. Anything before the yield is a setup, and anything after is a teardown. Technically, this can be return instead of yield. And so you can use that to do setup and teardown. I almost always start with yield because if I ever need to add teardown behavior afterwards, it's just as simple as adding code here instead of having to change the return to a yield. Also, yield is 1 character shorter than return. And in PyTest it doesn't matter. But in older versions of PyTest, you had to explicitly opt into the yield behavior. You had to say yield fixture. But that's now deprecated / I think we removed it now that I think about it. Yeah, I think that name is just gone now. But yeah, that's how you do setup / teardown here. Yeah, so it'll always go to the next file unless it's the last file. I'll leave a comment there. Always go to... Oh wait, but this will go to -1 for 0 files. That's fine, right? Yeah, because this will exit. -1 mod 0 is division by 0. I'll just go to the... Wait, can I explain this in words? Always go to the next file unless we're at the end. Yeah. Unless at the end. Except at the end. Yeah. Always go to the next except at the end. Improve multiple file close yeah, behavior. Thank you, Sarcastic Dante. Plus 40 lines. Most of it's tests. Yeah. Cool. Time is it? 8 o'clock? How long am I streaming? 3 hours? Oh yeah, we wanted to actually try and implement this thing. So that I can delete this to-do file. Alright, I have a command for it. It's true. Thank you, Mindful Fox. Okay. You're insane. I am insane. But what particularly insane thing am I doing this time? Okay, so we're doing bold, no underline. That's what we decided, right? Bold, no underline. And slashes? Or did we decide I liked slashes with spaces? Well, the commas are not bad. Nothing out of the ordinary, just Anthony things. Yeah. Okay, I don't like that. So it's between this and... Put them both on screen, see which one I like more. Oh, that doesn't help me. Why did I do that? I know, it's gross. Whatever, this code's temporary. What the f... What? Oh. I'm gonna go with the commas. The slashes are nice, but I'm gonna go with commas. Andrew Lane says, have you seen shorthand properties for border properties? What the fuck? What, how did you do that? What? Did you find an open redirect in... Oh, fucking sneaky. Damn, dude. That is fucking sneaky. Shit. Well, this goes to show you that internet phishing is very easy to do. It's clever. It's clever. I'll give you that. I know it's not yours, but something about that domain to Rickroll on Twitch. It's pretty good. How should standard in work again? Like this. You have to pass it standard in and give it a dash. You can also, you know, type standard in like this and then Control D to have it show up there. Someone in Coding Garden stream. I wouldn't be surprised if their domain gets taken away. Given, you know, phishing and such. But it's funny for now. I think the the silly part is I actually really like this song for Rickroll. So like, usually if somebody Rickrolls me, I will just watch it all the way through. Cause it's a pretty good jam. Yeah, it's a banger, Mindful Fox. It's some good jams. But yeah. Okay, quick prompt. Let's change the signature so I tuple stir. Okay, change the signature. Yeah, I really need to make a macro for doing what I just did. But that's why I wrote my own text edit, so I could do shit like that. Quick prompt. There's a jazzy version? Never gonna give you up. Jazzy. This one? By Karen Su- oh. We're gonna get demonetized for this, but it's fine. Fuck it. Okay, that's pretty nice. I like it. Yeah, replace song requests with phishing links. That's true. And you're not coding .garden. Oh. Why would you have a domain that would just go to Rickroll? There's a new version of this. Yes and no. Doesn't fit him. There's another quick prompt somewhere. In file, quick prompt. this one fits on one line though. Look at that. Okay. So now babi should be broken. Kind of. If I do this and then do this. It's slightly broken. Oh, it's very much broken. Oh, I can cancel at least though. Oh wait, I can't quit unless... Oh, I could have quit this way because I didn't ever implement that. :Q is currently :Q bang. Hey, what's up, IPO ____? Welcome back. Just had a funny experience. Tell us about it. Okay, so this logic is a little bit more difficult than before. It's a lot more difficult than before. Fortunately, I already wrote most of it here. The problem is dealing with the length or the width of the screen. Could split it up in parts, I guess. Prompt, then a bracket, and then ugh. This is annoying. Standard stir on insert stir x s matter. Let's leave it. Non-local x, which is a nice little thing. Plus equals the length of the string. So we can do right opt, right bracket space for what? For opt in opts. This should really be opt stirs. Opt stir. Opt stirs. Goombox says, have you written any Rust before? By the way, welcome back. I've written a little bit of Rust. Only for Advent of Code, though. Oops, that's not how I get there. My Rust is not great. Actually, it's in my highlight demo. This is the rest that I've written. It's nothing special, but it was all right. But I hope to write more Rust at some point. Stir 0. I'm gonna do the same trick here. Hey, what's up? Is this one taken? Thank you for the follow. This one's not taken, but it's a good username. I like it. Yeah, I thought it was fine. IPO says, watch another streamer in IT security. He asked me to watch his YouTube video. I then had a question about it. Him specifically speaking about bad business IT security. Said, sure, let me explain, and pulled up Postman. Ended up showing his user and password. Owned. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. How are you feeling, by the way? I'm doing fine. I'm almost completely recovered from being sick. With you know, the Rona, as the kids are calling it. Presumably, we don't actually know because I was not able to take a test. As Merca, fuck sad. But yeah, I'm almost better, which is good. Add support for open file command. Oh shit. Would this replace the current file? I think what it should do is open a new file. Like, insert into there. I like the idea though. Control P. Nano do anything with Control P? No. Oh, that's that's baby. Yeah, Nano doesn't have Control P. Okay, so that's a cool idea. Do you want me to adapt it? Let's finish this first, and then we'll workshop it a little bit. But yeah, I like it. Wait, do you prompt for a file somewhere? Oh yeah, here you go. Enter file. Folder plus F. I can probably just leave this out. It would work from the current working directory. Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't want to waste time on tests. Yeah, that's fair. That's completely fair. Oh, files not append. Why did you have to change this?
We cannot solve our problems with
Oh, you don't actually have to you don't need to do this. You can actually just go to these two lines. Oh, yeah, then this does exactly what I would want, basically. Empty screen otherwise. We'll play with this in a second. I feel like it shouldn't need to be, but I'll look at that in a sec. But yeah, that looks cool. That would definitely save me a lot of switching out to the terminal. Right. What did I decide on? Decide on commas? I think I decided on commas. Should be 4. I wish this wasn't so long. Because otherwise I wouldn't have to type a reverse over and over and over. Oh, you know what I could do? This. Yeah, default args. does not equal that. Then we put a comma in. Then we end the brackets. The before. I love this term lister. It's me just like same thing over and over and over and over. I believe it put a space after it. No, we just moved one past it. I see. With this. And then we need to do the white space at the end. If x is less than curses.calls minus 1, then we write space times curses.calls minus 1 minus x. Otherwise we, what do we do? Oh. Oh, I lost my ... character. Dang it. So, from 3 lines to this shenanigans. Reloaded is the only place the files actually. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll play with patch when we get. Are you still on sick leave? Yeah, I haven't been doing work. Sick leave. I know. I woke up this morning. I was like, do I want to work? I don't feel like working. I don't feel like doing anything, so I just went back to bed. I also woke up coughing, so that definitely influenced that decision. Okay, so in theory, this will kind of work. Let's see what it does. We edit, and then we quit. Option. Should be opsters. I need to add the linting support to babi, which I haven't done yet. Let me move return to air. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Damn it. Oh, it's so close. Oh, that's good. That's good. Where's the cursor? Cursor on the screen? I can't tell. Should be blinking, but it's not there. Off by 1. Anyway, that looks right. But the cursor is not there. I want to see what this does. Oh, the cursor was there. Just doesn't show, I guess. Weird. Yeah, like I expected to blink. Maybe it's because it's Unicode. Huh. I don't know. You have GitHub answers for me. Mishmanners. Are you gonna save me from my GitHub sadness? For some people, is loading normally or fast? So it depends on, from what I can tell, it depends on whether it's cached. So like if I load it once, it'll be slow the first time. Very, very slow. Super slow. But then like the second time, it'll be faster. Yeah, so like that only took like a couple seconds. So I, like whenever I see that on a page, I assume it's caches, but I'm not sure. Well, that time it's slow. That time at Unicorn, there we go. Look, I loaded my profile, Mishmanners. It shows us that most of the time is in SWL and there's a lot of active record objects. I don't know what SWL is. I assume it's some Rails thing. Oh, SQL maybe? That's right next to the W, so it could be SQL, yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if there's a lot of objects. Reloading is faster and because of the cache, yeah, it makes sense. Oh, and now I'm just asking about Git code debt. Yeah, this is actually basically my first project I ever open sourced. This is actually a really cool tool, and we used it a lot at Yelp. The idea behind it is you set up metrics for lines of code, and then it will scan over diffs in your history, and then generate charts for it. You can build whatever metrics that you want. So like some of the stuff that we did at Yelp was like, Yelp main had 5 different ORMs, and obviously we wanted to get rid of them because having more than one ORM is fucking insane. And so we wrote metrics using Git code debt to track the usage of those ORMs over time. And then, you know, this is where my graph-driven development idea came from. And we basically like use these graphs to like drill or like burn down in that over time. Basically, some queries are taking longer, and it's all to do with the repos you're associated with. So there's not a whole lot I can do for you at the moment. So stop contributing so much. I was afraid you were gonna say that, Mishmanners. Cries and slow profile. Is it PyTest? Is that why it's slow? Let me take someone else who's associated with PyTest. Their profile. Oh, we need. I've learned this little trick. You click on their image instead of their profile's not that slow. I don't know. It could be that like I have a whole bunch of stuff. No, JK, keeping awesome and patient while it loads. I'm in Australia, so we're used to slow internet. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Everything, honestly, even in like the east coast of the US, everything seems to be a lot slower. I agree with Mish, you're showing us up, Bernie. Yeah. I think this works. The tests are gonna be broken, but I can fix the tests. JK's equals jokes. Oh, yeah. Okay. It also works with JK as well. Gotta run because I have to do more work. It's 2:30 p.m. here on a Friday. Okay, well, thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you around in the future. Thanks for the raid again. I'm looking forward to seeing your content as well. Hopefully I'll stop by if I have a chance. But yeah, I think this does what I wanted it to do. Let's try with the other one. But this will break some of the tests because the tests particularly check for that output. Not too many to fix. Test features replaced. Cool. That one works. Have an awesome stream. Thanks for being amazing. Thank you. Catch you around. Cool. Alright, so that fixed that test. And then the save test will have the same problem. Yes and no. Sweet. Let's see, coverage. XD says, isn't it a bad idea to have a lot of code in one file because it might get messy? So I go back and forth on this. I did actually split up babi because it was, you know, one really large file. And so now, well, XR's not to be. There's only 28 lines of code there. Yeah, because 3,500 lines in one file is probably a bit much. Interesting that the highlighting is about half the code. Huh. But I do like monofile projects because you can just kind of plop the file there and it just works. But I did switch this to being multiple files recently. It was one file for the longest time until Saturday, February 22nd, so little less than a month ago. I've split it up. Yeah. Does this mean I have to change the screenshots? Means I might have to change some of the screenshots. No, that one's fine. That one's fine. That one's fine. You don't have to change any screenshots. Improve quick prompt appearance. I get to Emux. Dang it, I said the word. Manfield cannot find pane 0. What version of Tmux do you have, Sarcastic Dante? Holy shit. That's what I want. 26. I know it has problems with older versions. For reasons. Alright, let me look at this patch before I push it up. Oh, I have a config file that uses 1 as its first index. Oh. Oh. That would do it. It should really start Tmux with no options. But I don't control the library, unfortunately. I've been meaning to rewrite that thing because it's dead. And I think I could do better. like, I think I could rewrite this to be slightly better, and of course I would eliminate, I would ignore configuration. Your reason for changing it is because the 0 is super far away. If pi 3 else. Oh, what? 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 What are you on about, Angeline? I don't have any of that anywhere. Oh, you're talking about 6. Oh yeah. We talked about that earlier, right? Pretty sure. Great, I want to look at this. Yeah, that's good. Alright, so then we're gonna look at Sarcastic Dante's patch. What is it? Raw? Okay. I wager that we don't need these. I also think we don't need this. We should give this a history name. So Control P. It should have said new file down here. Interesting. That's not what I expected at all. Oh, I know why. Because we're still in this edit loop for this file up here. So what actually needs to happen is we need some sort of edit result here. So now, oops, should be able to babi screen.py. Lens screen.files -1. actually get rid of this as well. And then we can do all sorts of fun stuff with tab completion here eventually. Oh, but I like this feature. I like this. Ah, yeah, boy. That's so good. I like it. Thank you for this idea. That's so good. I'll put you on the commit message. Or on the commit. Babi main. We should clear the status like we do with the others. It clears the status anyway. So don't need that. Alright, so let's add some tests for it. Some after the fact tests. There are only 2 cases here that we need to handle. So we should add a history for this. Command replace search. So we'll make this the open history. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. That way, if we do this and we do open, do babi/screen.py, which we already had open, and then we open again. And do, oh, wait a minute. It should not default to this. That's broken. Default previous is false. Why did it do that? Yeah, because I expect this to be the history data. That worked. I'm losing my damn mind. What happened here? I could have sworn that when I opened the prompt, it already had babi/screen in there. there a bug with how history works? We did Control P, and we entered one, babi screen.py. Then we did Control P again. That worked. We did Control P after closing it, maybe? Control P, babi slash screen.py. That opened that, and we closed it, and then we did Control P. Oh no. That seems to work how I would want it to work, so looks good enough. Hey, what's up, Santiago 007 2002? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. It did. You saw it, right, Sarcastic Dante? I'm not crazy. Like, I did Control P. I did this, and then I closed it, and then I did it again. And it had this prompt, like this was already there, and I couldn't press down. I don't know. I don't know, man. And it wasn't that I opened Nano, because that was different. Oh well, the world may never know. I feel like I didn't change anything. But I can watch the footage later and figure out what I did. Presumably I did something. Santiago says, I'm trying to be like you and some of the guys that are really good with software. You might be giving me too much credit there. Put it in the same order that it is in the README. Just babi things. He breaks things all the time. It's true. Sarcastic Dante does not mislead there. What it shows. I'm gonna just open a file and make sure, just like be a little bit thorough here, that when we cancel it doesn't actually like close out of the current file. Unknown key. Right. Gotta include all these every time. Control P, which is \x10. Santiago says, no, look at how you handle that terminal and all that code. I wish I could be like 10 or 15% as good. Just wait, Tony. Eventually you'll be having Vavu autocorrect to babi. Yeah, it's true. I don't know. I feel like I've just written a lot of code, so maybe that's why I look like I know what I'm doing. But you know, as you do more and more projects, you'll learn more and more stuff and type temp dicks on your computer. I should maybe not do that. About the BSB editor, right? Can confirm 50% of coding is pretending I know what I'm doing. Timeout waiting for 2/2 to appear. I forgot to press enter. Press and enter. Sick. See what coverage has to say. Should be good. I think we covered all the cases. Sick. Alright, what's your commit email? Oh, we have it right here. Git commit. Git author name. Author email equals at git commit dash add open functionality with control P. Doxed. He put the link in chat. It's got his name right there. Yeah, look. Now it's committed as you. So when I push to GitHub, it should show the commit as committed by you. Yeah, cool little feature. The nice, easy, hackable text editor, right? Oh shit, I forgot to commit the test. Damn it. Well, we're gonna force push master. It's fine. But if you look at the commits, look at you. You did a sarcastic, don't you? You shared your GitHub multiple times. Yeah. That's why I'm following you already. Okay, I'm following you. Right? Where I'm following you. Oh no! I thought I was following you! GitHub! Really? Oh, yikes. There we go. Fixed. Could have sworn I was following you. But now I am for real. I've sinned. I betrayed Emacs. Come over to the babi camp. I've brokenness. Get bugs. Did I follow you? What was your GitHub? Where's your GitHub, friend? I will click follow. Bixplay says I still have no fucking clue how Git works. All I know is I can get files from GitHub. I'm gonna figure out how to upload my own files though. Oh, I see. You twit face? That's your GitHub? You're gonna have a fun time getting hired later. There you go. Let's see, what time is it? 9 o'clock? I've been streaming for 4 hours. I think we're probably gonna call it here. This was fun. Oh, we can delete this to-do file now. Sick. Get rid of that S-trace. Cool. Cool. Oh, we can undo my edits here so that I don't open this file and be like, what was going on here? Is that file back to normal now? Cool. Dope. But yeah, that wraps us up for today. We did some cool stuff with Babi. Had a new feature contributed by Sarcastic Dante. Did I fix any bugs? I implemented standard in and made that prompt look slightly better. Cool. Sounds like a good stream to me. But let's see. Let me do my spiel, and then we'll find someone else to send you guys off to. If you liked the content that you saw and you want to check out more, I upload all my other stuff, or all my content ends up on YouTube after the fact, and that's youtube.com/AnthonyWritesCode. And yeah, it's where previous streams are. This stream will be up there eventually. I usually stream on Saturdays at 11 a.m. However, today is a different stream. Different stream. Kind of a non-standard one. I usually announce those in two places. One of them is on Twitter, which is twitter.com/codewithanthony. I usually post something like this. And I also announce them in the Discord, which is now in chat. You should raid user335. Yeah, I haven't raided him in a while. Let's raid him today. That sounds like a plan to me. But yeah, thank you all for stopping by, and I'm gonna go send you guys to raid.